Okay, I don't know. Okay, let me stop this other one. Okay, hold on. Stop this one. Okay, let's see if that did anything. I took it off of my computer, and so I'm guessing that it's still on. Let me check to see. Okay, well, sorry about that, y'all. I don't know why this daggone mic does not work in the daytime. It's so crazy. The last night when I checked my computer, the mic was on. And then this morning, I forgot to check it before got on here, but then it's magically gone again. I'm going to have to definitely, I don't know if it's because my computer needs to be upgraded or what, which I'm going to do that. Um, Not now because it takes too long, but I'll do that when I get ready to leave and stuff. And then I'm probably gonna get another computer because I'm so sick of this computer. I mean, the mic comes on, it lasts for a couple of days, then it just goes off. I don't know if it's because of the automatic update, like I said before, because Jermaine said something about updating something. So I don't know. I got to look and see. This is crazy. It was just on though last night because when I was going to do this live, I checked it and it was on. And then I get up now, the damn mic has got off again, just like it was off yesterday morning. That's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do it for my phone. Good thing I know what I'm talking about, and then I can just look it up. I hate when it does this though because on my other phone, my regular phone, my brand new phone, I don't have any information on it. It's just straight up phone. This phone, I still have a lot of stuff on it and stuff. So let's start back over. Welcome to Shades 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Wednesday, April the 9th, 2025. I hope you guys had a great Tuesday. I definitely did. And happy and blessed midweek. All right, so let's go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer. Let's see if I can go ahead and pull it up on this phone. It's under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across that screen, and then it will be in my comment section once this video is over. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Welcome to everybody who watches this in the replay. There is no one in the chat right now, so when people come in, if they come in, I'll greet them then. All right, and so hey Teron, and what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to show you guys those videos later on tonight, and hopefully the damn mic will come back up. So then I'll show you those videos on my late night now live section. So this one won't be long at all. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, y'all, don't forget the thumbs up. So I almost forgot. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoy this content. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming video. Also, make sure you share and leave a comment. All right. So we're gonna leave this thumbs up so you guys can make sure y'all thumbs up. But don't forget to do this too, or hit that bell and share and comment. All right. But make sure you definitely thumbs up. All right. So we're gonna go back over to the comments and stuff. Yeah, if y'all want to show additional support for this channel, you can do a membership for $4.99, okay, per month, or you can do a super sticker or super chat, or you can do a Cash App donation to $Shades2. All right, I think I said that right, $Shades2. There you go, right there. Okay, so anyway, we are going to be talking about a few things this morning. First thing first, guys. Remember, I was telling you guys. Let me see if I can put these banners up. Damn, this damn phone, man. I hate when I have to do this live on this phone. I know a lot of people do their lives on their phone, but I don't like to. I gotta tell you guys straight up, I just don't. Let's see. Let me change from Antone Brown. I be covering so many people, y'all. I be forgetting who people is. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. We're gonna do Diddy first, okay? Because his is easier. Oh my gosh, it's easier for me to cover him because I'm talking about him all the time. You know what I'm saying? These other people, like actually, I should have did yellabeezy. He's kind of easy too, but like this Karmelo, it's hard to cover him because everything is on my phone. But I'm gonna show y'all everything later on with him, and we're gonna do Terrence Howard videos. I got a new video to show you on that one. And Diddy, we don't. So that's a good thing. So I can do Diddy. I can do the other ones too, but I just can't show you videos right now because I don't know how to do it. I don't want to show it from my phone to the computer. It's crazy. You have to line it up and all that. That's just out. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and cover the Diddy one first. Let me go to it on my actual computer so I can find the story. Y'all get y'all something to eat, something to drink, and relax a seat. If you are at work, continue to do your job and watch me on the download. Don't get in trouble now. All right. So we said Diddy may be getting a bail, right? Let me put this up here. Okay. Let's see. And this is according to Vlad. Okay, that's what they claim. All right. I don't know if this is true. They said might Diddy might be getting a bill. I'm so glad I already read this. Oh my God. Okay, let's go and look at the story. Okay. So yeah. So Vlad, DJ Vlad. Oh, you talking about you going too fast on Facebook? Facebook is crazy. This is a little bit hard. This is what Facebook said. It looks like you were misusing this feature by going too fast. You have been temporarily blocked from using it. I don't give two shits, Facebook. I don't even use you, you loser. I don't give a damn about no Facebook. And that's on everything I don't. I don't even use Facebook, period. It's shit. Anyway, like I said, DJ Vlad claims Diddy could allegedly be granted bail, you guys. I hope you guys can hear me pretty good as well. Um, like we know, he is currently in custody, guys. They said Diddy hasn't had a whole lot of luck on the legal front in recent months. I beg to differ because a couple of cases, I believe, on his civil case were dropped. Another one or two may be dismissed because the people have to state who they are. You know, if they don't do that, then they will be dismissed. So I think it is going good. Also, a couple other things happened. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it's going all right so far. I mean, I don't know for sure because I'm not a lawyer and I'm not, really, I don't really have no real insights into his, case like some people claim to have here on YouTube. All right. Now, according to DJ Vlad, however, that could all change very soon. Recently, the media personality sat down with DJ Academics for an episode of his off the record podcast. At one point in their chat, he claimed that he received some inside information about Sean Diddy Combs' case, suggesting that he is this old. Oh my God, y'all, this is an old ass thing, y'all. This is crazy, man. Why do they do this? This is so damn. No, 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 no. They got here April the 6th, 2025. Oh, no, no, no. I'm right. I'm right. I'm looking at a picture that's has a different date. Okay, guys. I am in the morning time, shades to be on a whole nother level. Because I was like, I know I read this yesterday and it said a different date. Anyway, suggesting that he could allegedly be getting out soon. Now, the thing about it, why would he be getting bail now? I mean, I guess he could, but his case is in May, right? On the 7th or something like that. So I guess he could get out because it's only April the 9th. And when they did this article, let's see, that was on the 6th of April. Okay. So who knows? Anyway, he said, I'm not 100% sure of this, but somehow I know who, if you watch Vlad TV, you have seen this person on my show had a contact with the feds. Is someone at the feds told him that Diddy's getting bail. Okay, so let me read that again. So he said, I'm not 100% sure of this, but somehow I know if you watch Vlad TV, you have seen this person on my show had a contact with the feds, and someone at the feds told him that Diddy's getting bail. Someone from the federal system told someone I know that Diddy's getting bail. Of course, this is unconfirmed, and Diddy 3 requests for release on bail were denied in the past. So again, I don't know if this is true either. This is what DJ Vlad said. He said that someone that we seen on his show had a contact who has contact with the feds. And he said that person said someone at the feds told him that Diddy's getting bail. That Diddy's getting bail. Okay, but he did say it was unconfirmed. So that's going to be a trip to see if this is true. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know, guys. It could be, it could be true. I don't know. So let's listen to the audio. I cannot show it, but I will let y'all hear it. It's from Twitter, so it should be okay.
All right. Well, not 100% sure.
So just listen.
Someone I know who, if you watch Glad TV, you've seen this person on my show. Had a contact with the feds, and someone at the feds told him that Diddy's getting bail.
Really?
Yeah. Someone from the federal system told someone I know Diddy's getting bail.
Okay, so y'all just heard him saying that. Okay. As we know, hold on, let me turn this down so it won't come on. Diddy is still incarcerated. All of his bills have been denied. His most recent request was denied in November. At the time, U.S. District Judge Aaron Submaranian ruled that the court could not trust Diddy if he was released, but they could trust other people who they release. Okay? But anyway, that's a whole nother story. The court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. That's what the judge wrote at the time. The Bad Boy Founders trial is scheduled to begin in just a few weeks, with the jury selection process kicking off this month. Like we know, he was arrested in September of last year on charges related to alleged sex trafficking and racketeering. He is currently behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. And in addition to his criminal case, Diddy is facing many lawsuits from people accusing him of sexual assault, abuse, and more. This includes a named man, Joseph. I don't know why they put it like that. This includes a man named Joseph Mazzaro, who filed a lawsuit last week. In it, he accuses Diddy of actually assaulting and humiliating him at an alleged freak-off party in Miami back in 2015. Sean's team has since denied the allegations on his behalf. Okay? So I think we went over that lawsuit already. I'm not going to go over it again, but I did see some other stuff that I don't know if I told you guys, I might have overlooked, where it says that one of those alleged victims, I think it was a male or either a female, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it was a male. He said, allegedly, he said that Diddy said, let me get this right. Damn, I got it on my phone. He knocked off Tupac so he could have anybody else knocked off. Something similar to that. Not exact words, but it was something similar to that. And I actually got that on my phone. I believe I saved. I don't know for sure if I did or not, but I'll basically tell you who said it later on tonight if I remember. But that's what he said. Diddy said, I guess he was threatening him or her to do. I think it was a girl actually. He was threatening her if she don't do what he's asking her to do, or if she tell or whatever the case is. He just had Pac knocked off. He can have her knocked off too. Okay? Allegedly. So I don't know if that's true. This is like maybe the second or third time somebody has said something like this. So I don't know. Hey, Jermaine, what's up? What's up? What's up? Jermaine, I had to do it from my phone because my mic went off again. I don't know why it plays at night. In the morning, it's not playing. So that's crazy. So I just transferred the live to, my phone. So welcome to the chat, you Interon. All right. So that is crazy what we just heard about Diddy. I got some more information on Diddy, but I don't know what it is for sure. So we're gonna go over him some more tonight. Let me see if there's any more updates on him real quick. Because it's a trip when you do it from your phone. I mean, yeah, from your phone, because my information is not on this phone. Like I said before, I'm really going off of memory, from what I remember and stuff, and then just backing it up with some proof when I type it in. So let's see if we got any more. The other thing that I have for you guys regarding Diddy, I'll just tell you guys tonight on my Night Owl Live. Let's see here if we got anything else. So we do have this right here. Okay, so Sean Diddy Combs did ask the court to exclude, the extra assault allegations from criminal trial. All right, so we do have that. I hope you guys hear me pretty good. So let's see. In competing motions filed Monday in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, Combs' legal team and government prosecutors argued over the admission of evidence from past claims detailing the rapper's alleged sexual abuse, according to court documents obtained by USA Today. The allegations would add on the sexual offenses underlying the federal grand jury indictment that resulted in Combs' September 2024 arrest in Manhattan. Combs, who has pleaded not guilty to all charges, is expected to go to trial on May the 5th. I think I said the 7th before, right? So it's the 5th. So these incendiary allegations, I don't know if I said that correctly, is INCENDIARY. Allegations are more serious than the charge offenses, and if admitted, would make it impossible for Mr. Combs to receive a fair trial. And that's what his attorney said in the filing. Now, I remember going over something like this with you guys before when his team was saying the same thing. Okay. Now, in response, the U.S. government filed its own motion opposing Combs' request to exclude the assault allegations from trial, arguing that relevant testimony powerfully establishes the hip hop mogul made no mistake when he coerced other victims into unwanted acts. Okay? So, like we know, Combs was originally charged with racketeering, conspiracy, ex trafficking, and transportation to engage in the P word. Okay? Lady of the Night words. Okay? A superseding indictment filed April the 3rd charged him with two additional counts, one charge of ex trafficking and one of transportation to engage in the P word. Now, as we know, Cassie filed and settled a lawsuit in November 2023, accusing him of great ex trafficking and physical abuse. Dozens of other accusers have came forward as well with civil complaints alleging actual misconduct. Now, in October 2024, Texas-based lawyer Tony Busby revealed he's representing 120 alleged victims in a series of abuse complaints. Anyway, attorneys say Diddy's ex assault allegations will delay criminal trial. In Monday's motion, Combs' legal team criticized prosecutors' evidence from past assault allegations as uncharged in uncorroborated crimes dating as far back as the 80s. All right, which is kind of ridiculous. Anyway, attorneys expressed concerns that the allegations, many of which reportedly implicate dozens of unidentified witnesses and alleged co conspirators around the world, it could significantly delay the timeline of Combs' criminal trial. Collectively, these new allegations require many months, if not years, to investigate, and if admitted, would require a series of mini trials, certain to double the length of a trial the government originally said would last 3 weeks. And that's according to Combs' attorneys. The rapper's lawyers added that the content of these allegations differs from the charges contained in Combs' federal indictment, which focus on allegations about domestic abuse or supposed economic coercion, coercion of longtime girlfriends. The court should require the government to try the case it charged and prove that case to the jury beyond a reasonable doubt. And I agree. Okay. The government should not be permitted to pollute the trial with decades of dirt and invite a conviction based on propensity evidence with no proper purpose by painting Mr. Combs as a bad guy who must have committed those charged crimes. And I agree. I agree with his attorneys. I really do. How are they bringing up stuff from the 80s, in the early 90s, and things like that, and people don't even have physical real proof? How? I mean, this is going by what they say, unless they do have some proof. But still, the 80s, in the 90s, come on now. They need to do this to all these other people who have some of these similar or either worse charges. I can name a few right here now, but I'm not because I talked about them already. But we know why they didn't do that with them. Okay, we know exactly why. Anyway, in the event the allegations are not excluded from Combs' trial, attorneys asked the court to hold a preliminary hearing to review prosecutors' evidence, right, in order to avoid tainting the jury with exposure to inadmissible and highly prejudicial evidence. Okay, and that's the same thing I said. You have to look at it and see if they have valid evidence because some people may not have real proof. They may just be really basically trying to get money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, in its opposing motion, the U.S. government argued that Combs' request to exclude evidence from the assault claims of his alleged victims should not be denied. Prosecutors said testimony from these victims not only proves the rapper intended to take the extra gratification he wanted, regardless of consent, but also serves as direct evidence of his racketeering offense. Per Combs' indictment, prosecutors previously alleged his racketeering enterprise included multiple acts of the KIDNAPPING, arson, bribery, witness tampering, forced labor, ex trafficking, transportation for the P word, and distribution of narcotics. Okay. This evidence proves the existence of the enterprise, its purposes, and the means and methods by which the defendant and his co-conspirators carried out a pattern of racketeering activity that included persistent and pervasive abuse. And this is what prosecutors said in a Monday's filing. Now, in contrast to Combs' attorneys, the government said a preliminary hearing is unnecessary because prosecutors have provided the court with detailed proffers, PROFFERS, of each victim's anticipated testimony and corroborating evidence. Such a proceeding, prosecutors argued, is a thinly veiled attempt by Combs and his legal team to cross-examine victims twice. So there you go, guys. So I don't know, if they what would happen regarding this. I don't think it's fair to use, that type of evidence or information from the 80s. It's just a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Just too damn long. I was still in school. Come on now. I was still in the 80s. I was in junior high school. I mean, many people were not even born. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the 80s. That's so long ago. That's crazy. Yeah, it is a public lynching. That's crazy. We know he did some things. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not gonna lie, I do believe some of these people, but I don't believe everybody. All right. I don't. Jermaine said, this damn thing, show on stage. You got to do all this on your phone. This is crazy, man. So that's on stage, I guess. So stop the public lynching. Um, okay. This is crazy. Oh my God, you got to push all this on the phone, on stage. Okay. Okay. Goodness, is crazy. And then you say in the assault, you got to push this all these separate buttons. In the assault on Diddy's character and free Diddy. All right. This is some new stuff right here. Last time I didn't have to do all this. Okay. So I showed that on stage. Okay. Let me take it off now. Gosh, you got to push all this stuff. What was up here before? Oh, Diddy thing was up. Let me put it back up here. Hold on. Let me change it back, y'all. Y'all got to bear with me with this damn phone. This is some new stuff. StreamYard started from doing it on your phone. It's crazy, man. Let me take the other one down. It's very weird. But anyway, like I said, to me, it does sound like a public lynching. It does. It really does. It sounds like a public lynching because they are going all the way back to the 80s using civil lawsuit complaints on the dead going criminal case, which is crazy. So hopefully his team is good and they can get this done. But I thought I read the judge did not approve it. I'm not sure. But This was published on the 7th. The day is the 9th. So the 7th was Monday. Okay, so this just happened. So let's see what the first part said again. Hold on, let me see. Let's see if they got any. So that's in the okay. So the U.S. government filed its own motion opposing opposing Combs' request to exclude the assault allegation from the trial. Okay, they argued that it was a relevant testimony. Okay, and it established that he made no mistakes when he coerced other victims into unwanted, you know what. So I guess they haven't made any decision on that yet because they just went Monday, which was like what 2 days ago. So I guess we may hear something from that today, hush it, or later on this week, I guess, or by next week. Let's see. Let me make sure I didn't say anything about them real quick. I have to go back over this real quick. I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah. So we'll be looking forward to that. I had to go back up here and read this again to myself. I already did. So what do you think about that? You said they are all. I can't even see this comment. You said they are all lying. That's what you said. I don't know if they all are lying, but I just know some of them are. I know that for sure. I mean, just they just some of this stuff does not even add up. But I think they just out for this dude. You know what I'm saying? I think Cassie pushed it off, with her lawsuit, which if she did come to him, like they are saying, rumors had say it said, I think that he should have went on and accepted whatever she said and gave her whatever she wanted because this right here probably could have been avoided. And honestly, he should if he know he did stuff to other people. In my opinion, he should have went in there. He got enough money. He should have went in there and paid all those people and apologize to them personally. You don't need to get online. You don't need to do anything. He should have gave all of them some money and apologized to them. Period. If he know he actually did something to these people for real. I mean, if he went lost a lot of money, he just would have. I mean, I think he should have did it like that. I mean, I think he should have told Cassie I'm sorry to her face and her husband too. He should have, if she did ask for money, he should have gave it to her. If it was 30,000, no, I don't know if it was more than 30,000. I don't get it damn well. She didn't ask for 30,000. I forgot what they said that she asked for, but whatever it was, probably in the millions. He should have gave it to her and should have added another million onto it. Because he knew if he knows that he did start certain things to her, especially that abuse that we know he did that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he should have just paid her off right then and there. Had her sign something to say she wouldn't press charges or do another lawsuit. And he should have got on his knees and told her he's sorry. And then he should have went to all the other people if he know he actually did something to them. Now, if he did not do anything to these people, and they took him to court, then he should be fighting it. But if he know that he did something, you know, he should have went and paid them off, and especially if they was asking for something, had them sign something too, you know, instead of doing it the way he did it. But Cassie kicked everything off. So if he would have started with Cassie, it may not even got to the other people, you know. And the people who are lying, if they are lying, they should be ashamed of themselves. And that's on everything. You don't just make up lies on people to get money or to put them under if you know it's not true. So like if y'all hear me say something about anybody, it's the damn truth. And that's on everything. Because Shay is not going to lie on anyone. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like serious allegations. Definitely not. So if you hear Shay say something, she's telling you the truth about that person. Okay. So let's see here. If they got anything else up here. So we got that. They just updated that. Yeah. I think this is going to go through the same thing that I just went over. Let's see real quick. Yeah, they got different dates. So why do they have May the 12th on here? The other article says May the 7th. No, May the 5th. This article was just published Sunday, so they just got the wrong date. So, like I told you, let me just go back over this real quick. I did tell you that he did have some legal wins. Okay, so I don't think everything is like a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Like they said in that other article I read. Um, like when March came to an end, he had a win when it came to his extra lawsuit filed by his former producer, one of his former producers, Rodney Little Rod Jones. Okay, so that was a win right there. Let's see, the New York judge dismissed partial claims from that suit including emotional distress, breach of contract, and the biggest charge of all, the RICO violations. That was a straight up win for him. Okay. And then let's see. Another unidentified male photographer who decided to sue Diddy for extra battery and alleged that he was made to perform oral, on him for the promise of a career advancement um, during a high profile commercial shoot sometime in late 2022 through early 2023. Um, I think he got good news on that. Let me see what did they say on here. Hold on, let me see. They dismissed that lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And then let's see here at another one. Then another one, another lawsuit lobbied against Diddy by an anonymous Jane Doe who claimed she was actually assaulted at a party back in 1995. Y'all, come on. That was thrown out by a New York judge, too. They said Doe missed the deadline to refile the suit under her real name and not under the condition of being anonymous. Okay. And so Diddy's lawyer said at the time, for months, we have seen case after case filed by people hiding behind being anonymous. Um, it was pushed forward by attorneys, more focused on media headlines than legal merit. The other claims, like the one dismissed today, also would not hold up in a court of law. And that was according to Diddy's lawyers. But then when he got that legal win, he had another lawsuit. That was by Joseph Manzaro, who claimed he was actually assaulted, Druged, and taken to a Miami home owned by Gloria Estefan back in 2015 for Christian King's Combs' birthday. Okay. He claimed he was taken to Diddy's mansion where he was present at one of his freak offs and was allegedly paraded around with a a deal, strapped to his face in a degrading manner. He also alleged that he ran into Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James while in his, stupor. Druged. To be clear, none of these entertainers are named in the suit, but Estevan's husband, Emilio, I know I said his name wrong, is alongside Diddy and others. And I don't know if I believe that. I mean, but then again, we don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? So it could be true. This is alleged. Anyway, representatives for James and Jay-Z have denied Manzaro's claims, alleging that their respective clients weren't even in Miami at the time of the incident and pointed to basic internet searches and easily findable public activities that support their timeline as opposed to this man's claim. Beyonce has yet to respond, while reps for the Estevans also denied the claims. I do not believe Gloria was there. I just don't. Like I said before, I don't believe that. Okay. But anything is possible. I'm going to still put that in there. Anyway, lawyers for Diddy have also denied this latest suit. And let me just keep it real with you. Who the heck would let anybody, unless he did say he was, Druged. So, but if you listen again, we go back to Terrence Howard, what he said. Some people do have to take accountability because listen, there have been rumors about Diddy for the longest. So why would you even go to any party, if you heard these rumors and you are so scared that he may do certain things to you? Because in order to take the drugs, you got to be there around him. You know what I'm saying? Attending one of the other parties, he attended that party, right? That's what they just said. Gosh. Anyway, they said this complaint demonstrates the depraved lengths plaintiffs will travel to garner headlines in pursuit of a payday. No sane person reading this complaint could credit this story. Mr. Combs looked forward to having his day in court where these lies and the perverse motives of those who told them will be revealed. And let me tell you something, if it's proven that these people are lying, he should do lawsuits, countersuits, because it doesn't even make any sense. You're saying that this man had you walking around with a you know what attached to your face, and Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Gloria and her husband was there? Come on now. It's hard for me to believe that Gloria and her husband was there, even though, like I said, I don't know them. But it's just hard. I mean, I don't know though. We don't know for sure. Now, on Friday, it was announced that federal prosecutors in New York filed their third superseding indictment against Diddy. Per ABC News, this latest indictment adds another charge of trafficking and transportation to engage in the P word. And I told you guys about that already. I said it stemmed from an unidentified person described in court documents as victim two. If convicted, Sean Diddy Combs could face additional years behind bars. But we better hope this person has real evidence. Because again, unless they just throwing it to the feds and not letting us see it or anything, I just don't see it being possible. I mean, everything else is escaping to media. So if people are showing real evidence, why isn't some of this escaping? You know what I'm saying? So we will see. I wouldn't mind having this bunny robot. He's cute. I'm looking at it online. They got all these bunny robot dogs and stuff and bunnies. I wouldn't mind having one of those. And a dog too. I think I may get one. Those are super cute. But anyway, that's it for the Diddy news today, guys. It's so much. Like I said, tonight I'll go over the other stuff that I have. His case is on the 7th of May. I don't know why this article here says May the 12th. Maybe they changed the date, but the other article said the 7th. All right. So we will see, how everything goes. Okay. Let's just make sure we don't have anything else. We already got all of this. Yeah, we got everything. Yeah. So tonight, the other information, I will give it to you. Then you guys tell me in the comments section if you are watching this in the replay, what do you think about this? You said Terrence Howard is a homophobic, petty, and a clout chaser. His career has fizzled out. He's trying to garner attention from Diddy's current situation. Okay, cool. Let's pin this. Okay. There you go. Okay, I could put it on the screen, but this damn thing, talking about hit the thing. Let me see if I can put it up there. You got that click a special box and stuff. There you go. And all that just to put the message up here now. That's crazy. It really is. I'm gonna let y'all read that for a minute and then I'll take it down. I'm watching myself on another screen too, just so y'all can do it. Because when I'm on the phone, I can't see. I mean, I can see myself, but I can't do certain things on my phone productively, Let's see here. Okay, let's take that off. Okay, I'm just gotta go back to the comments to do this. No. The banners. I have to go back to the banners. I'm doing this a weird way because I don't want to mess around and knock this off. Oh no, let's see how do you do this. Let's see. Go back down here. So we gotta move on from Diddy. Okay, we gotta move on from Diddy updates. And now we're going to go into who did I just say? Karmelo or what? No, let's go to Beezy, yellabeezy. Good memory shades too. I'm trying to figure out what did I tell you guys I was going to be talking to because I don't have my stuff here. I can't do it, because I'm on the phone doing the video. And I know how to do all that stuff while I'm on here. Let's see. So here it is right here. I told you allegedly, I think that was Trap Boy Freddy who stated that yellabeezy sold everything. All right, so let me put his header up here real quick. Let's take this one off. Edit. Okay, and do this. Bear with me, guys, because I got to do this like this now. Okay. I like putting banners up because some people don't want to hear about yellabeezy. Some people don't want to hear about Puff Daddy. And so I do it like this so people can, go through the video, hear the parts they want to hear. I think I spelled his name correctly. Let me see. Yeah, I did. Because I keep on calling him Breezy because, Chris Brown called himself Breezy. I don't know why they pick similar names, I don't know why they do that. But maybe they want to so you can, so you can remember him, I guess. I don't know. Because Breezy, Beezy, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me go to the actual thing here. Because we don't want to F with no Facebook shit. I clicked the thing too fast. It's crazy. They do that. YouTube used to do it. I don't know if they still do. Anyway, Yella Beezy, you guys. Trap Boy Freddy claims that Yella Beezy sold all his stuff for bun in legal fees. All right. He actually put that on, I think, X, if I'm not mistaken, or either Instagram. Okay. So let's see. As we know, Yella Beezy sits at the epicenter of a burgeoning legal and financial maelstrom as a serious charges tied to the purported 2020 Murder for Hire plot against fellow rapper Mo 3. Now, as the courtroom wars have been dramatic enough, recent allegations by longtime Lab and friend Trapboy Freddy have added a very human and emotionally charged element to the narrative, and one that paints Beezy as a man who lost almost all in his battle for his liberty. All right. As we know, Beezy, Yella Beezy, became popular in the late 2010s with his hit songs such as That's On Me and Back at It Again, establishing a niche in the Southern hip hop world with his street savvy lyrics and assertive style. Now the artist's career hits one of the toughest setbacks. All right. And like I said, Trap Boy Freddy on X, I think this is X, says Yellow Beezy sold everything to pay for his bond and lawyers' fees. Okay. He said, dang, we had to sell everything to get him out and to pay for his lawyers. Okay, like let's see here. And you can go right there to X. I think that's on X, formerly Twitter, and you can see it. Now, tonight I'll show it to you, but I can't show it to you right now because I want to turn this camera around. So in March of 2025, Beezy was officially, like we know, indicted for capital murder in relation to the murder of Mo 3. And we saw that updated clear video of that entire situation, okay, on my channel a couple of weeks ago. Now, Mo 3 was another Dallas area rapper who was shot and unalived in broad daylight on a Texas freeway in November 2020. Prosecutors accused Beezy of playing a part in staging the assault, but the extent of his involvement is still subject to legal review. For all you YouTube lawyers and YouTube prosecutors and whatever else, you need to have the correct information and real evidence, and you need to get that legal review when you accuse people. Okay? Now, when Beezy was arrested, his bond was set at a steep $2 million. Okay? A charge that would be staggering for all but the richest among them, including those in the entertainment business. Now, as we know, at a hearing in court, the prosecutors used Beezy's prior exhibitions of wealth, such as a bullet, excuse me, such as a bulletproof car, a lavish mansion in, I forgot where is that. Where did they say he live at in Frisco? I think they said Frisco, if I'm not mistaken. And some monetary transactions, including large cash withdrawals. And I think one of them was, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, 30 or 40,000. I'm not sure. But in a dramatic and heart-wrenching twist, Beezy's grandmother appeared on the witness stand as we saw her. Her response revealed a starkly different image, one of poverty and strained resources. At her insistence, the judge reduced the bond to $750,000, which is a significant decrease, but still a large amount to raise on a short notice. Now, it was after this that fellow rapper Trap Boy Freddy, who's also based in Dallas and a close friend of Beezy, hit the headlines himself during an interview spotlighted by hip hop news website No Jumper. He asserted Beezy had sold all his assets in order to raise the money for bond in legal defense. He sold it all to get out and have a chance to battle this. It wiped them out. Anyway, Trap Boy Freddy's reaction caused people on the internet to say, some people you know, saying good things, some people saying bad things. Anyway, they said no official documents have been proven that Beezy sold all his assets. It spread it through the internet. And this is why I didn't come out with this. Okay. Let's keep it real. Because I didn't see no official evidence that said that he sold all his assets. The only reason I'm telling you guys this now is because I do breaking news. We don't know if this is if this is true. That's why we're going to use the word allegedly, because we don't know. And over here on Shades Tube, I'm not going to pretend like I got some inside information or something like that, unless Beezy came up on my show himself and told me and told all of us that he sold all of his assets to pay for his trial and all this other stuff. That's the only way I can say that's 100% true. Or if I knew him and he told me this and he said I can tell you guys. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, that's what he did. This is all allegedly. This is what Trap Boy Freddy claims. Okay. Now, they said also lending credibility to Freddy's heartfelt appeal is the duo's background. Okay. Yellabeezy and Trap Boy Freddy have been a collab team on various tracks, including their mixtape, I'm My Brother's Keeper, and Let Me Find Out. Not only have they been partners on the microphone, but they have publicly defended each other as well, implying a bond that extends past the professional, a friendship developed in the highs and the lows within the Dallas rap world. Anyway, they said that y'all already know that Beezy's network is reported to be at $2 million. I think I said that on one of my lives as well. And they claim that he would be unable to make bail because of that. So that raised significant questions concerning the nature of wealth in the music business. They said wealth in the music business tends to be invested in illiquid assets. Assets, houses, cars, jewelry, and endorsements. Legal issues can not only suck up money fast, but in touring, streaming income, and publicity as well. All right. The thing about it though, you would think, like we were saying before, if not all rappers, because all rappers are not in gangs and doing crazy stuff. A lot of them are, but not all. But you would think the ones that are involved in certain illegal things or risky things, they would have lawyers on the standby, already prepaid. You would think they would add that to their budgets. I mean, for real, for real. Okay. They said Beezy's case reminds one that the appearance of wealth does not always translate into financial security, particularly in the face of a criminal indictment in the court of public opinion. Now, as the legal case makes its way, the international focus will naturally be the charges, but the narrative with Yella Beezy involves more than a story about a crime. It's one concerning the emotional weight carried by his family, particularly his grandmother, and the pressures of being in the spotlight with the looming specter over them of a potentially life-altering conviction. All right. The thing about it, I don't know if he ordered the hit, but say if he did, again, like I have always said, these things need to be thought about before you engage in criminal activities. All right. And like I said, I don't know if he actually ordered anything. I won't be saying anything. I won't be saying that he's guilty until he's proven guilty. All right. Period. I'm not going to get on my YouTube channel threatening people and doing all that weird stuff. Because for one thing, for what? I don't know him. I don't know Mo3 or none of these people. Okay, even if I did, I'm not going to do that. We need to make sure that people are actually guilty before we start doing all this stuff. And the threatening thing should never be done. All right, because again, when you do that, the same cycle that we talk about on these YouTube channels and we say should stop. If you are threatening um, violence on someone and doing the most, you are basically doing the same thing that they were doing, and that's why this stuff would never stop. If anything, people should be telling these rappers, who maybe still engage in this type of stuff, to it's just a path that you probably shouldn't want to take. I mean, basically, I'm asking them, okay, I wish I was a bigger YouTuber because I would be asking them, you know, why would you work so hard to become a rapper, right? And to get your voice heard through your music, through your lyrics, to get the success, the fame, all the recognition, the money, and everything, just to put all of that at risk by still engaging in criminal activities. Why would you even want to even still engage in it if you have the world right there in your hand? Please, you got the money to stay out of poverty. You got the fame. You're on TV. You're doing interviews. You're putting your music out. You're doing concerts. You got everybody liking you, loving you, wanting to be with you. Why would you sacrifice all of that? You could take care of your kids, your family, yourself forever. Why would you sacrifice all of that over stupid beefs and trying to do criminal activities to people and things like that? And why would you even be jealous of anybody else too when you got fame yourself? You may not have the same amount of money or the same amount of fame, but you still got it. I don't understand that. Why? And then you're giving a bad name to the rap industry. All rappers are not in gangs. All rappers are not unaliving people. All rappers are not doing ex trafficking and coercion and all this other weird stuff. And all rappers are not jealous of each other. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a lot of these rappers doing this, it's painting a, a really negative image for the entire daggone um field. Well, John, I can't ever say that word, but the field, I'm gonna say field, okay? It paints a whole negative thing for the rap industry, period. It gives them a bad name, all rappers, because of certain rappers engaging in these activities and doing the most. It's plainly ridiculous. Why do you guys even go out there to be a rapper, getting the money, getting the fame, getting all the popularity and everything else just to throw all that away for bull crap? Because somebody said this word, they embarrass you on a track. They talking to your woman. They selling more songs than you. They got more airplay. They got more concerts. That's crazy. You got to put all that at risk over foolishness. You're gonna go to jail, to prison forever or for some years. And yeah, they can still put out music, but it's not the same. You don't have your freedom. I don't give a damn about how many people in prison like you. You still listen. There is still nothing like having your freedom. Who wants to be told when they can eat, when they got to go shower? And yeah, some of them get special privileges, but it's still not like being out here being free. Listen, they fought for slaves to be free. All right. So why would you put yourself back in the same type of situation? To me, it's plainly ridiculous. Hell, give me your money if you don't want it. Okay. I'll take it. Okay. I won't have to worry about shit. And I guarantee you, I don't give a damn who makes more money than me. I don't give a damn if you do sell more songs. I don't give a damn if more people like you. I got my money. I don't have to worry about poverty. Okay. And struggling. And I know some people walk around, especially on YouTube, talking about they're rich and they got a damn shit thing. Don't got a pot to piss in. Let's keep it real. You're not rich. Rich people can take off years from work and don't have to worry about any income. Okay? At least a year or more. Rich people have real assets. Okay? Not just on damn car and no damn house. They be having houses. Okay? And some own all of the houses, full-fledged owned. Y'all, check this out. Yesterday, I went into this gorgeous neighborhood out here where I live at. You know what I'm saying? And every single one of those people are not just rich, but they are rich. You can look at their yards. You can look at everything they got in their yards. I mean, they are living the life. I guarantee you don't see these people out here doing the most, risking their stuff for bullshit. Let's keep it real. And let's keep it real. Most of them are probably white. I hate to say it. They are. I was looking at some of them yesterday. Got horses. Not one horse, not two. This one house I saw. I'm not joking. When I said they had to have about 50 or 60 horses in that damn yard, their land is so huge. It's like, damn. I was like, if I live there, I could take a walk on my land. It's so beautiful. Why don't Black people strive for that instead of bull crap? And that's on everything. Generational wealth that you can transfer to your kids once you pass on. Or even while you're alive, you can give them some so they won't have to struggle. No, some of you guys are too busy doing bull crap, even on YouTube, talking about bull crap instead of doing that and bragging. Nobody gives a F about what you got. Show us better than telling us. Show us in what you do. Because let me tell y'all something. If a certain situation goes well here on my end and I become rich, you guys are going to see it by what Shades Tube do, not what Shades Tube say. And I guarantee you, I'm not going to be out here doing no bull crap to risk that. And these rappers need to stop doing that. You got the world at your hands. You got the money, you got the fame, you got the women, the men, and y'all still out here acting fucking ghetto. It's time to let that go, y'all. And that's on everything. And until we YouTube content creators stop getting up online, instigating this bull crap, talking about we're going to unalive people because somebody else got unalive, this shit is going to continue to carry on. Okay? Especially with you old ass YouTubers who get up here, doing all this stuff. When you are too damn old, sit your old ass down and stop doing that. You should be setting examples, not being added to the damn problem by being stupid online and in person. Y'all still talking about what do you call that? Getting your lick and shit like you 20 years old. Come on now. And then you wonder why people like Beezy, Mo3, and other people, Trap Boy Freddy, and all these other rappers be doing all this stuff. They're looking at y'all old asses, y'all old heads doing all this stupid stuff. Especially some of y'all Black males. Come on, it's time to wake up and stop being silly. Damn. And so, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say Beezy is guilty because I don't know. If he is, though, he should be damn ashamed of himself, order that hit on Mo3, because I know Mo3 put stuff in the songs. I know the rumors has it that he did a lot of stuff. He got bodies and things like that. But the thing is, listen, somebody got to know how to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody keep on trying to retaliate, you're just giving certain people what they want in the first place. But y'all want to sit around here on YouTube talking about these people doing stuff to you when you're doing it to yourself. Okay? And that's on everything. Don't talk about Donald Trump or all these other some of these white racist people when you guys are doing stuff to yourself. They don't got to do shit. All right? And let's keep that on the real. All right? So like I said before, later on tonight, if I get any more information regarding this right here, I'll let you guys know about what Trap Boy Freddy claims. Okay? And it is a claim. We don't know if this is 100% true, if he sold all his assets and stuff like that. It was $750,000, which is almost $1 million. So, and if he's only worth $2 million, it could be true. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But again, if he did order a hit on Mo3, you got to think about these things before you put yourself in that situation. Point blank. All right. So now we're going to move on. We're going to go ahead and go to Karmelo, because I only got one more, like maybe it's 10:36 right now. And I've been on here for an hour, so I can go to, I think, to 11 o'clock. I think I said that. All right. You said you was what? Boy, I know good and damn well you ain't still talking about, let's see. Oh, you talking about the episode you and I had, Jermaine? Let me tackle this real quick for about 5 minutes, Jermaine. Let me tell you, I don't forgot what it was about. Let me think. Put it in the chat what it's about, because I forgot, Jermaine, since you want to bring it up here to my live today. Put it on there. You said you could have got on here and made a scene, but you didn't. Hold on. So you want to be immature, huh? So now I'm going to get into the ghetto shade, okay? Okay, let's show this, because hey, I was looking at it, but I was talking about this important topic. But since you want to go there, I'm gonna take you there. All right. You know not to tackle with you know not to tackle with Shades Tube, dude. You know that. Most people who do it one in particular, get your ass towed off. You said you was grown about it. Okay, we'll see. So what you want to say, Jermaine? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And while I'm waiting, let me go ahead and change my banner for the next person I'm talking to. We know who that will be. Where is it at? I can't never find nothing on this phone. Let's take yellabeezy off and let's do Karmelo Anthony, not the basketball. Well, let's just keep it Karmelo Anthony. Let's talk about him, okay? Oh, I always spell his name with two L's. Okay. Tonight I'm gonna tell y'all about Gene Hackman, okay, and his House of Horrors. Put that in quotation marks, okay? That's not my title. You said I got the letter. I can't pull the letter up right now, okay? How about you post the letter? Can you post the letter right there in the chat? Because I want to read it to everybody so we can laugh. Go ahead and put it up there, Jermaine. You are about that life. Put that shit up there, Jermaine. Put it up there. Because what you did, I can't even remember what you did. Because I remember just the latest episode. Okay. we don't want to tell nobody about that one. Okay, let's see. So put that letter up there that you had me read, and you said you wanted me to read online. Go ahead and put that letter up there, Jermaine. With your no typing ass. Okay, put it up there. Because I can't go to it right now. Like I said before, because it's on this phone that I'm using and I'm doing my live on. But I'm not going to apologize to your ass. Okay, that's on everything. I'm not going to do that. All right, that is on everything. I'm just not going to do that because I can't remember. Just give me a brief, what's the name about what happened because I don't remember. You be doing so damn much, I'll be forgetting. When my divorce was finalized, honey, I ain't gonna date nobody because y'all men or something else. Y'all be doing the most. I don't got time for that shit. I'm just gonna stay single. Now, me and Jermaine is just friends, y'all, just to let y'all know that. But I'm just saying, I didn't even have no male friend because y'all crazy as hell. Okay? Shit. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all talking about women being crazy. Shit. Please. Y'all crazy as hell. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, so I'll tell everybody. I remember now. So, y'all, I fired him for doing my thumbnails because let me tell y'all something. If you're gonna come to me and say, Shay, I can do your thumbnails. You want me to do them? I said, sure, because you can do them good. He said my thumbnails look like shit. Okay, so anyway, I had asked him on game day, okay, to do my thumbnails because I had just put my videos up and I wanted the thumbnails up. So I sent him the information. So y'all, it was like damn near, I don't even know. It was the next morning or late at night, like 12, 13 hours later when he did the thumbnails. So by that time, I was kind of salty. I ain't gonna lie. I was lit. You can use that word so many ways. My mom used to say, we lit the fuck up, because they used to be drunk, I don't drink. So I'm gonna say it like this. I was lit, you know what I'm saying? I was lit. Now, I should have put up here, this is ghetto hour, but no, I don't want to say ghetto. You may offend some people, but anyway, this is ghetto hour. Okay? This is ghetto time right quick. So I was lit, y'all. I was lived it, okay? Because I'm like, damn, man. I mean, his thumbnails are really good. Y'all see his thumbnails, they are really good. And so those thumbnails attract people to my videos. So I got to put up one of my thumbnails looking a hot ass mess. You know what I'm saying? Just copy and paste, put a title up there that said, be looking tripped out. Y'all know what they look like. So anyway, I'm like, when are you going to put the thumbnails up, Jermaine? I mean, I may not be saying it exactly the way it went because I don't remember. And he was pissed. Okay, listen, he was mad already. He was mad. Now, this is my side of the story. He could have came on my panel and told you guys his side, but he won't. So I'm going to tell you my side. So he was mad, y'all. He was mad because his team lost the final four or whatever. The final four, I can't remember the name of it. Listen, earlier today, y'all, I had told him, Jermaine, your team is going to lose. He didn't believe me. I told him I'm good with guessing stuff. It's like, I got visions of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, your team is going to lose. Okay. And he thought I was joking, but I was being for real. So when his team lost later on, He was livid. He probably was livid at me too for saying that. It was not 1 hour. You did them thumbnails hours later, okay? Because you was so engaged in that game that it was a trip. And the thing about it is that I wasn't saying to him do it while the game is on. I was saying you could have did it before the game or soon after it went off. But he said that the game just went off. But even do they have like half times on basketball games? Because you could have did it then. It does not take that long to do a thumbnail. All right. If I'm running a YouTube channel and I'm being serious about it, I'm being serious about the whole thing. I want the thumbnails done at a certain amount of time. And I'm not saying as soon as I send you the information, it has to be done with like right that second. But within the next 4 or 5 hours, it should be done. Because remember, my video is already up. And so it's losing views. Okay, that's all I'm thinking about is basically the marketing and all that for it. The thumbnails acts as that. You know, it's drawing people to your channel. You know, if you see a really nice thumbnail, it makes you click on the video. If you see some lame ass thumbnail, especially if you don't know the content creator, you're like, I don't want to see this crap. I mean, that person can't even take time out to put a real thumbnail up there. I don't look at boring thumbnails. I don't look at those videos. Okay. So when I gave you the information to do the thumbnail, I expect for it to be up within 4 to 5 hours. And I'm being nice with that because technically it should be up immediately. But I do know people have things to do. And then he's the one who came to me saying he would do my thumbnails because my thumbnails look like shit. Okay. And so that night, I did get mad and I forgot what I said. I said some stuff. Yeah, and I fired him. Telling me to have to do my thumbnails anymore. And I said, I put my own thumbnails up, which I did. And they looked at a mess. And I told him I wasn't putting his thumbnails up. And I didn't for a long time until the next morning when I woke up. And I looked at my channel to saw them little crazy thumbnails that I put up there that did not match the other ones. So I went on to put his up. And I basically, put all the other stuff in the back burner. And I was like, okay, I'll put it up because his is better. Let's keep it real, Shay. Your thumbnails suck. They look like trash. Okay. And so I put his back up and stuff and everything. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I hung up on him too. I hung up on him, and then refused to talk to him. Because when Shay's two get mad, I get mad. Okay. And honestly, I wasn't gonna talk to him the next day either, but then I changed my mind. Like I said, once I looked at them damn thumbnails, I said, okay, let's not overreact too much. I mean, even though I still think I'm right, because you cannot be taking all day to do thumbnails, because it does, it's the first thing that people see when they click there. When they click there on your channel, the first thing they see is the thumbnails. Even when YouTube short, the first thing you see is the title of the video and the thumbnails. If that stuff does not draw in people, they're not going to watch your videos. Okay, point blank. Then this dude going to say, his thumbnails is the reason why I got views. That's what he said. But you know what, Jermaine? You talking that shit though. But you didn't realize something. Before you came to my channel, I had started getting views too with my thumbnails. Okay, so shut up. Yeah, you may be right. It may have brought more viewers in, but they were going up anyway. But you probably are. Let me keep it real. You probably are right that they brought in a little bit more viewers because it really probably did. Okay, I hate to say that. Let's keep it real. It did bring in more viewers because we already know that my thumbnails are trash. A lot of people can't say that about their own stuff, but they really are. Y'all saw the 2 that I did yesterday, I guess, and then I changed them and stuff. But still, he claimed it was 1 hour after the game that he did my thumbnails. Yeah, 12 damn hours later. Okay, because I sent you those thumbnails early in the morning before the game came on. You waited until the basketball match was over, which was later on that night. It was like 11, 12 o'clock my time when you put those up. Okay, so somewhere in between that time, I feel like you could have done those thumbnails, okay? And that's on everything. Somewhere in between that time, even if they have a halftime or a break or whatever you call it, with basketball, you could have done those thumbnails. It only takes 5 minutes to do a thumbnail. But no, what you was doing, you was so engaged in damn Duke game. You really was. You didn't give a damn about my thumbnails. Let's call it what it's worth for what it's worth. You didn't give a damn about my thumbnails. Wigger, you didn't care. He was like, I'm gonna make her ass wait because I'm watching the game and I don't want nobody to disturb me. Let's keep it real. That's how you was. All right. Then you thought you was gonna come and do my damn thumbnails an hour after the damn game went off. And you thought I was just gonna sit there and take that. Oh no, 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 no. Because remember, you asked to do my thumbnails. I didn't ask you. And even though my thumbnails sucked, I was just doing it. You just like my daughter in there who used to edit my videos, right? And then I'm asking her to edit when she gonna Chloe, when are you gonna edit my videos? I'm gonna get to it once I get through doing what I'm doing because I got to go to work. I got to do this. I got to do this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I be sitting here all damn day waiting for her to edit my videos. So you know what? One day I finally learned how to edit my own videos, and ever since that day, I've been doing them. So Jermaine, when I'm telling you, those thumbnails that I be doing be trash, okay? Because I'm always in a rush. But dude, don't think Shay's Tube cannot get an editing software and edit and do her own thumbnails. Okay. So when I give you the information, like I told you on the phone, I expect for you to have those thumbnails done within that 5-hour timeline. Period. That's a long time. What are you talking about? 5 hours. You got 5 hours to do a thumbnails, dude. Nobody in the world is that busy where they can't take 5 minutes to do a thumbnail. Goodness. Don't ask if you say what? Yeah, okay, they'll be trashed in. Then the trash thumbnails will be up. They'll just be up there. Okay, point blank. No, you don't feel like I could wait. No, I couldn't wait. How the hell are you talking about I could wait when I'm trying to have a successful YouTube channel? If the thumbnails are used to drive in business, why can I wait 12 hours to get a thumbnail, Jermaine? Huh? The thumbnail should be done. Honestly, they should be done as soon as I put a video up. Let's keep it real. Once I send you the information, you should be doing a thumbnail. Let's keep it real. You should. It shouldn't be done no damn 5 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours later. It should be done within that first 15, 20, 30 minutes, dude. What are you talking about? It's like a job, guy. It's like a job. What are you talking about? Y'all, this boy that made me get mad all over again on this channel. Oh my God, y'all men are something else, man. What? I don't work for you, ma'am. I work for the union. It doesn't matter who you work for, Jermaine. The thing is, if I ask you to do the thumbnails that day, and I send you the daggone information, Jermaine, you should not be waiting 12 hours to do it. You could have did it before the game came on. You could have did it during the halftime or break. Hell, it's only 5 minutes, dude. You can do that while you're watching the game. What are you talking about? It's not like you're putting together my live and you're researching anything. You're just doing the thumbnail from the information that I'm sending you. So what are you talking about? I'm not going to agree with you. I disagree with what you said. And that's why you got that damn phone, that dial tone in your ear, hun. Shay still don't be playing all that shit, dude. Okay, that's on everything. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you say that you want to do my thumbnails and then I see any thumbnails I actually do them, I expect for you to do them. All right? I expect for you to do the thumbnails. Period. I don't work for you, ma'am. I work for the union. I don't give a dang going about that. And you said my thumbnails will still be trash. Okay, well then they just be trash. Okay, I gave it to you. Your thumbnails are just crush my thumbnails in half. Even if I did an editing software, yours probably will crush mine. But the thing is, you got to have. I gave you 4 to 5 hours. I expect for those thumbnails to be up. Okay, sent to me within that timeline. Period. If not, Shay's Tube is going to go up there and put one of her trash ass thumbnails up and it's going to stay there. Okay, period. And when I don't get the views, I'm going to blame your ass. All right. I'm going to blame you and I'm going to expect for you to do a Cash App donation for the money I didn't make. And I don't make that much, but still, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to expect a Cash App donation for the revenue I lost because you did not put that thumbnail up. Period. So if that video could have possibly made 500, 1,000 views, I'm expect for whatever I was going to make, you're going to be donating it. All right? Period. Troll ass dude. Okay? That's what I expect for you to do. Because if you voluntarily say you want to do my thumbnails, I expect for you to do them. Okay? Period. Now, what do you have to say about that? You are being targeted. Okay, y'all, he is over here trolling the shit out of me, and I fall for it every time, but I don't care. You know, I'm like, he being targeted. No, you should have did what I asked you to do, and that's why you got that dial tone. They gonna get mad because I hang up. I told you, that's what I do, because y'all will make somebody cuss y'all out for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all men, some of y'all men. When somebody tell me they're gonna do something for me, I expect for it to be done. Because if you ask me to do something for you, it's gonna be done. There's a couple things I don't like. I don't like wiggers who tell me they're gonna give me money and don't give it to me, and don't tell me. See, if you tell me, if I ask you to loan me some money, right, and you say okay, or I'll see, or whatever the case is, as long as you keep me updated, I'm cool. But if your ass don't keep me updated and you just act like what I asked you money for is not important, your ass is history. Because the reason why I'm like that is because when people ask me to loan them money or to give them money, let me tell y'all straight up, Shay's tube, if she got it, she goes ahead and do it immediately. Okay? She do it immediately. All right? Unless I have to wait. But majority of the time, if you call me asking for some money, I do it immediately. Okay, I don't tell people, let me see. I need to go check my account because my ass keep good accounting. Okay, I took accounting up for my business degree, and so I'm good at that. All right? Hold on, did I take my medicine? Let me think. I forgot to turn my pills around. I think I can take this because I usually get up in the morning and take it. Hold on. I gotta take my vitamins. But like I said, I usually do it. I don't play games where I tell people, let me say, or okay, and don't never respond, or don't say anything. If I change my mind, I'll let you know. I usually don't do that either. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, I usually do it unless something come up and I can't do it, then I'll let you know. But when it comes to like money, I would never tell people I'll loan them money or I'll give them money and then don't do it or make up an excuse or start an argument just so I won't give it. A lot of people who do that don't be having shit in the first place. Okay, they perpetrators. Okay, or they bullshitters. Always know that because real true friends or partners or whatever you want to call, they don't do things like that. So that's why I don't do it. Okay. Because if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. So in regards to like doing my thumbnails, I look at it almost the same way. If you say you're gonna do my thumbnails, I expect for them to be done. Especially within a certain amount of timeline. I did give you, Jermaine, the respect of your game being on because I know you're an avid fan of those people. I forgot the name, Duke. That team. Okay, so I knew you wasn't going to do it while you're watching the game, but I did think you would do it before the game came on. That's the reason why I sent it to you so damn early. Okay, so it is what it is. All right, now let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic because it's almost 11 o'clock. Karmelo, and remember this tonight. I'm going to finish covering Karmelo. Then, okay, because I can't show you the videos just like with Terrence Howard. I'm going to mention him briefly in this live as well because we don't do clickbaiting over here, okay? But I'm going to show y'all the videos hopefully tonight because I'm pretty sure the mic will be back up, I guess. Okay, I'm going to restart this computer and everything anyway and see. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, get back to them thumbnails again. You said, let's be truthful. You sent like 10 thumbnails requests at one time. Let me mute this real quick. Hold on. Let's see how you mute this mic. Hold on. Because I had to do, because my allergies, so that's why I had to mute it. Okay, so you said I sent you 10 thumbnail requests at one time. Okay, I did send a lot. Okay, but that didn't mean you had to do all 10. What you needed to do is the ones that I have up right now, the videos that I had up right then and there, which was what? The thumbnail for a reaction video that was already up, or a Dollar Tree haul that was already up, or either a live. Okay, you should have done those. Okay, you don't have to do every single one because those lives weren't even up. You're supposed to go and look at my channel to see what lives are up, and those are the ones that you need to do the thumbnails for. It was only 2 up, I believe, and still I don't give a damn if it was 5. Okay, you can still listen. It takes 5 minutes to do each thumbnail. You could have allocated 30 minutes and did each one now. Okay, or if you didn't feel like doing those, or if you was too busy, like I just said, you could have just did the first 2 The videos that I had up, I don't put up 3 and 4 videos at the same time. So I know it wasn't no 3. Okay, so it had to be 1 or either 2 videos that was up. So you could have went and looked and did the most recent. Oh shit, my name. Hold on. You could have did the most recent. My allergy is messed up. You could have did the most recent thumbnails. I mean, the most recent videos. You could have did videos. No, you could have did thumbnails for those 2 recent videos, and you didn't do that. You just let them all sit in that damn video. I can't even remember which one it was. Was it the moving one? I don't know. In the Dollar Tree, I can't even remember. And so, but it was something like that. Hold on, y'all put on nasal spray. Wait, hold on, mute. See, y'all, you forget that you be. I forgot I had this damn phone in my hand talking to y'all, and I'm doing nasal spray and shit all on camera. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm glad I went on camera because I be forgetting I got this damn phone in my hand and I'm talking on it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like talking to somebody on the actual telephone when you're doing live. It's easy for me to do a live, you know. No, I was not hardly wrong, dude. Okay, and I'm not apologizing to you. If anything, you should be apologizing to me. What you mean? See, that's another thing. You men, some of you men be talking about some apology, okay? And be doing shit yourselves. Okay, you guys be doing stuff. All right, I'm not hardly gonna admit no apology to you. That's out. I'm not going to say, I mean, no apology, give you an apology. If anything, you need to be apologizing to me because you was late doing that day going thumbnail. Say what? You would like to direct the attention to the video Dollar Tree and more on this page. I done that thumbnail 3 days ago. Listen, you went this dude went up there and researched information. Boy, listen, I don't even have my information in front of me right now. Oh, you talk about the one that I okay. Well, listen, let me tell you something. That's because Shades too forgot the Dollar Tree and more. I thought I did do that one. Your ass was so late doing the other thumbnails that I mixed them up. Okay, I mixed them up. And yeah, and let me. I will state this though. When you send me thumbnails, I do need to put the thumbnails up, okay, immediately because I do sit on them and go to work and do everything else. At least I can admit that. And okay, so yeah, I do have that one. I will put that up after this video because I actually forgot. And I do like when he sends me thumbnails, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Sometimes I leave them sitting there and be doing the world. And that's why I know we can all take the time out to do what we need to do. All right. Period. It doesn't matter how busy you are, what you're watching or whatever. Either do it before or when you get a chance to in between, but it should be done. So I already told you from now on, you know, starting today, when you send me a thumbnail, because I forgot about that one, I'll put it up immediately because it doesn't even make any sense. Why do them? Why am I asking you to do them immediately or within 4 hours if I don't put them right up? So yeah, I'll do that too. You know, I can do that. And say what? You said that if it's rest, your honor, this buzzard is cooked. Okay. Look at her. Okay. Look at it. Okay, whatever. I'm getting ready to move on to the next subject. Okay, I'm gonna put it up because I actually forgot all about it. To be perfectly honest, at least I can admit that. Yeah, he write all types of shit in this thing. But anyway, still, listen, I don't care about that. The thing is what you did. You should have done it. You shouldn't have had me waiting 12 hours for no daggone thumbnail on a video that was already up 12 hours before. Okay, point blank. And like I just said, yeah, I should put up the thumbnails as soon as you do it, but it still doesn't excuse what you did. All right. You know, this is Shay's Tube channel. It's not Jermaine Thompson's channel. Okay. So, I mean, in all fairness, if I wanted to wait 6 days to put up the thumbnail, I can. Okay. Let's keep it real because it's my channel. All right. Point blank. But since I did preach that to you, I'm going to be fair about it. When you send me a thumbnail, I need to put it up immediately. Okay. That's why you did it. Okay. That's in all fairness. Now let's move on to another topic because I do have to go like always and I don't have that long. It's already 11:02. You're messing up my daggone schedule. All right. Let's go ahead and go into Karmelo now. I think I already got his name up there, but let's make sure. Yeah, it's already up there. Wait, let's put it back up there now. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Karmelo real quick, guys. Now, Karmelo Anthony, not the basketball player. We're talking about the little teenager. I think he's 17 years old. who was arrested for a fatal Frisco stabbing, all right, of another student, all right. So let's see here. Let me give y'all some background on it real quick before we go into some information on him. Let me see, 11:30, 12:30. So 11:30 to 12. Let me think. Okay, if I start getting ready at 11:30, I can be done by 12:20. Okay, so I'm good. The only thing I didn't get a chance to do is go ahead and do something in my house, but I'll do it later on. So, Jermaine, I'm expecting to see a Cash App donation to $Shades too. You made me change my schedule. Okay, you really did. So I'm expecting a Cash App donation or a super sticker or super chat or something. Okay, I'm expecting that. Okay. Anyway, let me go ahead and put this thing on here. Hold on. I'm trying to get my house unpacked all the way, get it fixed up. Now I'm going over. Let's see. Okay, listen, I got a lot of information on this. I'm surprised you guys are not covering it a lot here on the YouTube. Hold on, let me go down. Let me see it. There's a lot of information. Tonight, I'm going to go over all of this. Hold on, let's see. I'm going to read this chick comment on Reddit, too. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at this. Trying to see. So, anyway, let's see if we can do it on here. I'm trying to look at what story I want to read. Okay, so like I said, Karmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old. I think he's 17 years old. Yeah, 17 years old. Okay. He was charged with murder of Austin Metcalf. Austin was stabbed in the chest during an altercation at an event on April the 2nd, according to Frisco police. Austin and Karmelo were involved in a confrontation before the fatal stabbing. So anyway, the arrest report obtained by the National News Desk indicates that Anthony admitted to stabbing Metcalf, claiming it was in self-defense. Hold on, let me go back down. Claiming it was in self-defense. Now, before he was taken into custody, or while he was taken into custody, Anthony reportedly told officers, I'm not alleged, I did it. Because, obviously when they was going to arrest him, they used the words alleged. And so Anthony said, I'm not alleged, I did it. And he stated that Metcalf had placed his hands on him after being told not to. All right. While he was being transported to the police station, Anthony asked an officer if Austin Metcalf would survive the incident and questioned whether his actions could be considered self-defense. All right. Now, a witness described the altercation as beginning when Metcalf, I'm going to use their first name. This is Austin. Okay. When Austin approached Anthony, who was seated beneath a tent belonging to Austin's team, and he asked Anthony to move. According to the witness, Anthony reached into his bag, opened it, and then inserted his hand inside. The report further states that Anthony warned Austin, saying, touch me and see what happens. Then the situation escalated when Austin allegedly touched Anthony, prompting him to say, punch me and see what happens. Austin then grabbed Anthony to move him, at which point Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin in the chest. And then Anthony fled the scene shortly afterward, leaving Austin with a serious wound. Now, witness reported seeing Austin grab his chest and call out for help. Emergency responders arrived at the scene and found Austin unconscious unconscious and not breathing. Frisco Independent School District athlete trainers had performed CPR before paramedics took over, but Austin was later pronounced unalive. And Anthony has been held in the Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond. Now, this case, you guys, has sparked a lot of national attention, sparking a conversation on race. In the aftermath, the Anthony family reportedly received threats, which led to calls for a fair and unbiased investigation. Activist Dominique Alexander, president of the Next Generation Action Network, spoke out in defense of Anthony, urging the public to ensure that the investigation is conducted without racial bias or hate. Okay, the thing is, with this case, now, a lot of stuff has not been included because I was reading another report. Well, actually, Jermaine was, and he gave it to me, where it says that, if I can remember this correctly, and if I'm not saying this correctly, Jermaine, make sure you put it in the comments because I'll get it misconstrued. Where it was stated that Anthony warned Austin not to touch him. Okay, it was stated that Austin touched him twice. All right, they said that Anthony did not even go into his bag or anything until Austin touched him the second time. All right. So I don't know if that was actually left out for real or what, but that's what we read. The thing for me is that, like I was telling Jermaine, I'm trying to figure out why this boy did not listen to him when he said, don't touch me. If somebody is telling you not to touch them, don't touch them. Don't touch them. Don't do a dang on thing. He was already given a warning. Don't touch me. And I'm not looking at race. I'm just looking at common sense here. Somebody say, don't touch me. Don't effing touch me. All right. And I was asking Jermaine, why was Anthony carrying a knife? But like I said to Jermaine, we don't know if somebody was messing with him before. We don't know why. Okay. We don't know why he had a knife. And it's unfair to say, because, in my opinion, somebody could have been messing with him before. And that's why he felt the need to have a knife in his backpack. Okay. And then I was like, okay, if he wanted to do it, told him not to touch him, why he just didn't fight him back? But again, we don't know for sure how many people were there confronting him. They got one, but I heard his brother was there first. I don't know for sure. And then Austin walked over. Him and his brother are twins. So I don't know if that's true or not. And the thing about it, even if it was just one walking to him, Anthony may have thought the other team members were going to come over there. Or they could have been looking, or they could have been instigating it and involved in that altercation as well. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know for sure. Let's see what's going on here. So they got a whole report here. Let's see. Let's read some of this, okay? So they said, I'm just going to start from, let's see. I don't want to see here. We're going to start from here. So I'll read the whole thing. Let's see if we can read this real quick. It's 11:10. What time is 11:11? Okay, let's see if I can read it. Okay, so on April the 2nd, 2025 at 10:01 hours, I, Staley School Resource Officer E. Cortez, heard over the radio dispatch call out a stabbing call at David Kayakindale Stadium. And then he gave the address. The suspect was reported as being a black male wearing a gray hoodie and blue sweatpants. I immediately left my office and ran across the Staley Middle School parking lot toward a southwest entrance to the stadium. As I entered the stadium, 2 high school age students informed me that the victim was on the north end of stadium by the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent. I did not identify these students. Next, I proceeded towards the north end of the stadium, which is the visitor side, on foot. As I got closer to the north end, I could see the Memorial High School tent with multiple people under the tent. Once I arrived onto the north side bleachers, an adult male who was on the track pointed out the suspect. I was not able to identify that witness. The individual that was pointed out to me was a black male wearing a gray hooded sweater and dark colored pants, Nike pants. The suspect at that point was on the track on the north end. There was a chain link fence that separated me from the suspect. I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During that time, the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. I asked him if he had any weapons, and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence, and I did not locate any of his on his person. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he which he complied, towards an area where there was an opening in the fence that led off the track. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said he put his hands on me. I then detained the suspect in handcuffs, handcuffed behind his back, and had him sit down on the ground. Officer A. Reese, hold on, this damn stuff, hold on. Where am I at? Had arrived on the scene at the time. I conducted pat down of person and then searched his person after he gave me consent. No weapons were located. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that I had the alleged suspect. The suspect then responds and says, I'm not alleged. I did it. Next, Officer Rissy and I walked the suspect to patrol vehicle number 2412. This is Officer A. Rissy's patrol car, which was on the northeast gate of Carrickendale Stadium. As we were walking to the squad car, the suspect was emotional and said he put his hands on me. I told him not to. I did not question the suspect about the incident while he was escorted to the patrol vehicle. I searched his person once again, and I had him sit in the back seat, driver's side, of patrol vehicle number 2412. While the suspect was in the back seat, I noticed fresh blood on his left middle finger. I verbally acknowledged that I saw blood out loud so that it would be captured out by my body on camera. It should also be noted that the suspect asked me, is he going to be okay, while he was in the back seat. I then identified the suspect. He provided his name, date of birth, verbally as Karmelo Anthony, black male with a date of birth, blank, 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 which I ran through FPD dispatch. Officer J. Hancock arrived on scene and remained with me and suspect at this point. Karmelo was then checked via e-school database for FISD students to also confirm his identity. The identified information he provided matched the individual I had in custody, Karmelo Anthony. Next, I was advised by Sergeant Holland to transport the subject to the Frisco Police Department jail. Officer Hancock and I transported him to FPD jail. Again, I did not question Karmelo about the incident. Upon arrival at the Frisco jail, Karmelo was escorted in the intake area. FPD jail staff changed him out into jail attire. I remained with the jail staff the entire time that he was changed over. The clothes that Karmelo was wearing was placed in FPD paper evidence bag. The clothes remained in my possession from this point on. Upon Karmelo being placed into a jail cell, I continued to keep possession of his clothes. I returned to my patrol car, number 2412, along with Officer Hancock, which was in the FPD Sally Port, and placed Karmelo clothes in the back trunk area. I drove patrol vehicle number 2412 out of the Sally Port and parked the squad car in the FPD patrol parking area. Karmelo's clothes remained in the trunk area of vehicle number 2412, FPD crime scene technician K. Dillard then took possession of Karmelo's clothes. I added my body-worn camera to the case. I have no further information to report. Let's see. Okay, so then they got the next one. Let's see. Hold on, let me see. I want to pass this part right here. I want to see what the witnesses said. Okay, so they basically going over that. I want to see what the witnesses said. Hold on. Let me see what the athlete. Okay, let's see. Go to your short hair. The subject was possible. Okay, hold on. I don't see no witness stuff. Hold on. I wish they would have put up the witnesses' statements. Let me see. They're going over basically giving the same report, telling what they did. So I'm not going to read all this. I'm trying to see if they have any witnesses here. So here we go. Let's see. So he said one of these, let's see, who is this right here? Officer Fisher Alvin. He said when he arrived on the scene, it was already marked off and a suspect was in custody. I began asking people if they were witness to anything. I made contact with Hunter Blank and then E Blank, and they were both breathing heavily and crying due to the nature of the events. They were with coaches on the field. Hold on, let's stop here. So if coaches were on the field, instead of this boy going over here to physically, first he asked the dude, I guess, to leave. Then he said he was going to put him out. Okay, that's what I know he told him he was going to put him out. So I don't know if he asked him to leave. I'm just assuming that's what he did. Why didn't, okay, if the dude said, don't touch me, or it's going to be whatever he said, I can't remember. Why didn't these boys go over to the coaches to let the coaches know and let the coaches tell him he needs to leave? And then if he didn't leave, then they could call the resource officers to escort this little kid off the property. Why didn't they do it like that? Why did these young boys feel like they needed to come over here to make this guy move? And why didn't the coaches come there in the first place? Or if they didn't see it in the first place, why didn't any kids run over there to tell the coach? And then I heard that the coach authorized the boy to sit in the tent. So I don't know. So let's see what else they said. They said they were with coaches on the field. It was pouring down raining. We made the decision to relocate to a locker room just to the east to get out of the rain. To get out of the rain. Once in there, things calmed a little bit. However, they were still hysterical and could not really talk. In there, I learned Hunter was the brother of the victim. I attempted to ask them both what had happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter, but Blank stated he wanted to speak. I asked him what happened, and he stated they were all sitting on the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent when another male who he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. Then said Austin, the victim, told this male that since he did not go to the school, he had to leave the tent. So, that's the thing right there. I said he probably asked him to leave verbally first. That's the thing. When you see somebody under the tent that shouldn't be there and you ask them to leave, the guy says no or whatever, you should be heading to the coach. Okay? And why didn't the coaches see any of this? Anyway, Austin and the male went back and forth, so they were arguing. And then Austin, one of the twins, stood up and pushed the male. There you go right there, y'all, to get him out of the tent. See, when people tell stories, I'm so sick of these damn people online telling stuff and don't read the official report and don't read it the way it should be read. Look, it says right here, when another male who he did not know walked over and sat under the tent, then said Austin, the victim, told this male that since he did not go to Memorial School, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth, and then Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. So if you two people are arguing, okay, and somebody stands up and pushes you out of the tent, you don't know what's going to happen. So you're going to start thinking about self-defense. Okay, so they said during this time of arguing, and the dude pushed him out of the tent, the male reached around in this bag he had. And then he took out that knife and stabbed Austin and then left the scene. They said this is all they remember when this young boy was talking to the police. Okay, so that's one witness. Let's see here. Do they got another witness statement? Now, the brother couldn't talk at that time, the twin brother. Let's see, the one who saw the whole thing. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to see if we see anything else for y'all. Hold on. So he put that knife, I guess he threw it. I don't know if he threw it or what, but it wasn't with him, obviously. Okay, let's see. They got the whole complete thing down here, you guys. And what they did to the victim at the hospital and everything, but I'm not going to read all of that. So this man right here, no, hold on. This little boy right here witnessed the stabbing, was told to come to the lobby to complete a witness statement. Let's see what he said on here, if they're going to tell us what it is. So it's a bunch of witnesses, a whole bunch of kids, okay? And some coaches were there too. Why come these damn coaches didn't make this boy leave before when the kids headed over there? The coach should have been over there. And nobody cares. The boy did not listen. They talk about these witnesses right here heard the suspect confess to the stabbing the victim. He never denied that he did it. He said it wasn't alleged. I did it. So what are they talking about here? But I know they have to put this on the incident report, okay? Trying to see. Okay, they don't have the other witnesses' reports here. Let's see. But that one who told, he basically told exactly, or she told everything that happened. So honestly, let me say this again. If somebody's telling you not to touch them, I think you should abide by that. And I also feel like the coaches should have walked over there. Okay, period. Why didn't they walk over there? And what made this boy thought he had the power, authority to go over there and tell his boy to leave if he didn't supposed to be there? And then I heard somebody say or read where they said that one of the coach authorized him to sit there. Right. You said you see how they keep identifying him as a criminal or a suspect when it wasn't even clear yet if he was the victim or the aggressor. Right. But you know why they did that? You know, and his bail is definitely too damn high. Let's keep it real. You got rappers and shit getting their bails reduced. Okay. Come on now. Let's keep that real. Y'all got to call things out the way it should be called out. All right. Let's go back to this. Take this back off and put Karmelo up here. You said they already made up their minds to charge him before they heard the story. Right. Again, they need to be asking, where were the coaches? Okay, I said that before. I'll say it again. All right. Let's see. And this dude was concerned about that boy. He's asking, was he gonna pull through and things like that? You know, he didn't know he had stabbed him to, you know what? I believe he honestly thought they were gonna F him up, you know? And who's to say nobody else joined into this? And even if they did, you grabbing somebody, pulling them out the tent, of course, they're going to be thinking about self-defense. What are y'all talking about? And then I heard some lady talking about why the parents are making a public statement. They need to address some questions. Why did your son have a knife? Let me address it for them. First of all, we don't know the backstory why this little kid had a knife. Maybe he had it because people were messing with him. Okay, lady. All right. Maybe he had the knife because people were messing with them. Okay. Then some other people may be asking this question. Well, why didn't he just fight when the dude pushed him? Because maybe he was scared. Okay. Maybe he was scared. Maybe he thought all the other teammates was coming to join in, or maybe it was another team over there. Who knows? Okay. So he went in his bag. because he felt like his life was in jeopardy. Okay, period. All right. Then you may ask, why was he in the tent? People sit in tents all the damn time when they're not supposed to. That doesn't mean you come over there and physically remove them. You can ask them, but if somebody tell you to leave them alone, you need to leave them alone and call the proper people over there to deal with that person. You think that even as a kid, a teenager, 17 years old, you think I'm getting ready to be up here tussling and arguing with some damn body over some shit that don't even belong to me? No, I may walk over there and ask him to leave, but if he tell me leave him alone or not, not answering me or telling me don't touch me or whatever, you think I'm getting ready to do that? Not only do people carry knives, they carry GUNs too. All right. So I'm gonna go over there and get the coach, and the coach will come over there and do all that, and the coach may feel like he needs to call the police or the police, the resource officer or whatever. So that's who should have been called. All right. Period. People need to call things the way they see it, the way it should be called, and start reading everything. I just told you in the actual police incident report that a witness said that he asked them to move, okay? And then he physically moved them. He stood up and physically moved them. So he was sitting down at first. Yeah, they were all sitting there. When Anthony came over there, Anthony sat down by them. They didn't want Anthony there because they didn't know Anthony. Anthony didn't supposed to be there. So he told him to move while he was sitting down. Anthony was like, no, or whatever. Okay. And then Austin stood up and proceeded to move him out of the tent. Who does this? Who does this? He should have never touched that boy. That boy warned him, don't touch me. Anyway, I got some updated information on him. Okay, so he's Karmelo Anthony gets bond hearing date 2 weeks after the Frisco track meet stabbing. The teen accused of fatally stabbing Austin Metcalf, 17, at a Frisco ISD track meet will be heading to court next week. According to Collin County court records, a bond hearing for 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony will take place 9 a.m. on Monday, April the 14th. We definitely will be staying on top of that. Now, this comes a few days after Anthony's attorneys filed to reduce his bond, which is currently set at $1 million. And why is it set at $1 million? He's not going to leave the country. He's not a threat to nobody else. This is all racist, and I don't give a shit what y'all talking about. And that's on everything, all right? Defense attorneys Billy Clark and Kim Cole said they are committed to making sure Anthony is given a fair trial and are seeking a reduction of Anthony's excessive $1 million bond. What makes his bond what makes them think that he should have a $1 million bond? Now, in a statement released on April the 7th by the Anthony family attorneys, they expressed sadness that a life was lost, and the Anthony family offered their condolences and prayers to the family of Metcalf. Anthony was placed in custody not long after he allegedly stabbed Metcalf in the chest at a Frisco ISD track meet on April the 2nd. According to a police report, once Anthony was in custody, an officer said he complied with them, and he said he was protecting himself. Once the officer said, I have the alleged suspect in custody, Anthony told the officer, I'm not alleged, I did it. While he was in the police car, an officer reported that Anthony asked if Metcalf was going to be okay and if what happened could be considered self-defense. See, he's so daggone young that he does not even know that the police officers cannot give him legal information and he don't need to be saying anything. But honestly, I don't think, he did anything wrong because he wasn't trying to unalive this dude. He did not premeditate it or anything. It just happened. I don't think the dude should have put his hands on him at all. He told him don't put his hands on him, period. Why he had a knife, I don't know. That's what they need to find out. Why was he carrying a knife around? Again, maybe other kids were messing with him and he felt like he needed to take it because of that. Or maybe he heard about all this other stuff that be happening in the world about, people getting, kid, and things like that. Maybe he was taking it just for self-defense. The thing is, though, let's go around back to the original thing. That when he gave the dude a warning, he took heed to that warning, and he should have just left this dude alone and went to get the coach. And the coach could have called the resource officers and let him handle it. And hopefully he wouldn't pull out that knife then, because he probably would have got shot, but it is what it is. And I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. Let the police and stuff do their jobs. I don't honestly think it was that serious. Anyway, I think they should have just told the coach if he didn't leave when the coach told him to leave, which he probably would have, because he's a grown ass man. Especially if more than one came over there. There was coaches out there, so all of them should have came over there. He probably would have got up and just left, point blank, in my opinion. Okay. And that's what I just think. And I don't, it's unfortunate that the other child, lost his life. But again, I don't understand why he even confronted this dude. Once he asked him to leave the first time, he should say, okay, let me go over here and tell the coach. He didn't even have to say it. Just get up and go tell the coach. Anyway, Karmelo Anthony's Give Sin Gold raises $270,000 for his defense. Okay, and some people are mad because of that. Don't get mad because of that. Do you think people are not going to donate money because they believe this dude acting in self-defense? What's wrong with y'all? If this, I hate to do a race thing, but I'm gonna have to tackle that real quick. If Anthony was white and Austin was black, would they be saying the same thing? Let's keep it real. I don't think so. You would have some people saying the same thing, but for the most part, they wouldn't. So the thing is, I think that he should have this Go Sin Go donation fund going on. Okay, so they can help pay for his defense. All right, because I don't feel like this dude should be charged with murder. I believe, I'm not a lawyer, but I believe it was self-defense. He was probably scared. He didn't know what was going to happen. I'm still trying to figure out why he had a knife carrying it with him. I'm not going to lie. I'm really trying to figure that out, but we won't know that unless they ask him and they release it out to the public, because I really want to know, why did he have a knife? Okay. Just like I want to know why the coaches were over there, why they didn't come over there, and why Austin didn't go over there and call the coach. So again, his lawyers are seeking a reduction in the bond because it is excessive, $1 million, but yet Beezy's bond got reduced down to $750,000. His bond don't even need to be that. All right, come on now. This dude is not a threat to the damn country or to the city or the state or the township or anything. This kid has got a grade point average of 3.7 something, if I'm not mistaken. He's a good kid. What are y'all talking about? And he was not trying to unalive this dude. Y'all need to stop putting racism and stuff and stop looking at colors and look at what exactly happened. No, he shouldn't have had a knife, but we don't know why he had that knife. But at the same time, we don't need to know. We need to stress that we need to tell our kids not to confront people, other students, about any damn thing. Go to the teachers, the coaches, hell, go to the resource officer. Now, we will note that they've been spreading fake information about Austin Metcalf's unaliving. It's a fake account on social media purporting to belong to Chief David Shilson. The public was encouraged to rely solely on the department's verified accounts for real information. The fake account alleged the stabbing was a result of a mutual combat altercation initiated by Austin, who sucker punched Anthony, according to Click to Houston. The post also say Metcalf smashed Anthony's phone into one of the bleachers. These claims have not been confirmed by law enforcement. So we don't know if those claims are actually true or not. I didn't read anything in the incident report like that from the witness. I did read that Austin told him verbally while they were all sitting on the bleachers. Austin was sitting on the bleachers first, him and his teammates, I guess. And Anthony came over and sat down. So they did not recognize Austin. They did not recognize Anthony. So Austin asked Anthony to leave verbally. Anthony obviously must have said no. So Austin gets up and physically removes or push him out of the thing. That's when Anthony went inside his bag. But Anthony did warn him before the push and told him, if you put your hands on me, you're gonna see or something. And so when he put his hands on the boy went in his bag, took out a knife and stabbed him point blank. I don't see anything about no phone being smashed or him being sucker punched. What Anthony said, I believe, if I read that correctly, he said, punch me and find out. That's what he said. So they was arguing. And I don't know why they just don't say arguing. They had a very heated argument. That's why he said, punch me and find out. He must have said, I'm going to hit you. Now, anyway, whoever was impersonating a law enforcement officer, it is considered a criminal offense and it's a 3rd-degree felony. All right. And it's going to be investigated. Then they had another social media account was sharing false information about the case. A fabricated photo of a document from the county medical examiner state Metcalf's primary cause of, was an MDMA drug overdose. That is not true. Okay. And they list the blood loss from a stab wound as secondary cause. Y'all need to stop with this shit, trying to get views and stuff. Stop spreading false information. For one thing, a child is unalived, okay? Let's stop this. And one life is in jeopardy as well, okay? This was an unfortunate incident that should have never happened. I think the coaches should have been notified. And if a school resource officer should have been notified, if they needed him, he should have been notified. Okay, I don't think the little boy should have confronted him a second time after asking him the first time. And it should have been done. Okay, period. And I still want to know why the other little boy had a knife. For what reason? Period. These are the questions that should be answered. All these racist ass people up here with all this racist shit and false information, cut that shit out. All right, and that's on everything. Because if the shoe was on the other feet, what the hell would you be saying? What would you be saying? Okay, so cut that shit out. It's not cute. What we know is that we need to teach our kids not to confront anybody, period. Let the teachers confront them. That's what they're there for. And if out of common habit, you do confront somebody, once they warn you not to touch them, don't damn touch them. Don't touch them. That's your warning. That is your warning, period. And my condolences are expressed out to Austin's family. His friends, his classmates, and everything. The football team. I think I don't know if he was on the track team or football team. I think he was on the football team. And I think the other kid is on the track, I think. I'm not sure. But my condolences are expressed out to all of those people and things in my prayers. And my prayers are extending out to Anthony's family as well. I don't see this as an murder like that. I see it as self-defense, and that's what I see it as. Okay, point blank. And I'm glad they do have like a GoFundMe to help pay for his defense because he's going to need it, period. And his attorneys look like they are very good. I just saw them, and I will be giving y'all additional information later on tonight in my Night Owl Live. And let me read a couple of these comments from Jermaine. You said they already made up their minds to charge him before they heard the story. Right where were the adults? But you can't attack somebody and then choose how they defend themselves. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was trying to say. You cannot, it's like even when you attack people verbally, you cannot attack people verbally or physically and then try to choose how they will respond back. If you put yourself in a situation, you put yourself in a situation for anything to happen. All right. I mean, similar things like this happened to me where, let's use the example where the dude ran out on my car. He ran out to, I'm trying to help the girl. He runs up to me in an aggressive manner, screaming, cussing, and doing the most. And, I felt like my life was in jeopardy because he ran up to the car about to jump on it. So I hit his damn ass. Okay. So therefore, in that scene right there, you can't run up to my car in an aggressive manner, act like you're about to unalive me and everything else, and then tell the police how you think I should react. I'm going to react like you are, I'm going to react from what you're putting out. If you're running up to my car, about to jump on the car, doing the most, hey, I'm fighting for my life at that point. All right. I'm fighting for my life. I didn't even have enough time to grab anything else because if I could have, I probably would have, So when you guys do stuff to people, you cannot dictate how they should respond. Just like when you're in an argument, you can't say what people should not say. If you're in an argument with somebody and somebody bring up your family members, that's on you. You should have never started the daggone argument. Ain't nobody looking at what you talking about. People are mad. They're just going back at you. That's why you don't get in arguments. So you don't have to worry about that. Period. And again, I don't agree with Karmelo His name is Karmelo. I've been calling him Carmela. It's Karmelo. I don't agree with Karmelo Anthony's charge of first degree murder. I just don't. Point blank. Because I think it was self-defense from what I read in this incident report, from what the witness say, and other witnesses said something similar. The dude should have never put his hands on this dude. Period. Okay? And I hope he gets off. I really do. I don't care who gets mad. All right? Period. It's unfortunate that other dude lost his life. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm still trying to figure out why this guy had a knife. But the thing is, he should have never touched him, and it would have never happened. Point blank. And we will continue this discussion later on. I'm going to tell you about what the mom of the twin brother said. Let's see. Let me see real quick. Let me see what they said real quick, and then we're gonna get on off this. And I have to go get ready. Oh, she was just saying that how everything happened, that they are heartbroken, which was a senseless act of violence. But also, you should realize that your son should have never put his hands on this kid as well. The kid warned him too. Okay, this should have never happened. Yeah, he was trying to save his twin brother was trying to save his life too. He was holding the boy's wound in his chest. That's sad. That's a sad situation, okay? Damn. But again, you have to look at everything, okay? You have to. You can't be pushing people. You can't be doing none of this stuff. You can't do that. You cannot put your hands on people. You just can't do it. And like I said, tonight I am going to show you guys some videos and stuff, what people are talking about regarding that. And I'm going to touch on Gene Hackman, House of Horrors, in quotation marks. And we're gonna finish with the Diddy stuff and whatever else I have. I got some crazy stories to tell you guys. So I may save it for Fuckery Friday. I don't know. But anyway, this last story I just told you about was very unfortunate. One person lost their life, the other one could be possibly losing his freedom. So, my prayers is that's all I can say about that. It's just a fortunate situation that should have never happened. And I'm still wondering where the coaches were. Period. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Jermaine for being in this chat and being harassing and stuff. But thank you so much. Thanks to Teron for dropping in, showing support. I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you too, Jermaine. Thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches us in the replay. Y'all, I'll see you tonight for Night Out Live. Now I got to go ahead and rush and get ready because I got to be at the doctor at 12:50, I think. Yeah, so let me hurry up. All right, chiropractor. All right, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications. StreamYard is crazy, man. And hit the bell notifications and share and leave a comment. This thing is so slow. Wait a minute, hold on. All right. And don't forget the thumbs up, y'all. And if you want to show additional support for this channel, this thing is still slow. You can do a super sticker, super chat, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99, or you can do a Cash App donation at $Shades2. All right. So thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you so much for tuning in. This is Shades2, and I am out, y'all. Peace. Let's see how we do this. Let's end it and let me change the banner first, man. I always forget on this phone. Hold on. Let's change this real quick. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, we can put this on here. Okay. And there you go, y'all. See y'all later.